This is Gunshot.
Drop down more than the other.
Right.
Drive to your driver's side.
You went here to get him off that wall.
Why did you stop?
I don't normally drive like that.
Are you excited to put your car through?
No. Can you cut now? This is
It's day 3 and we're at Gunshot. Phew.
For those who know Gunshot Creek, this is what would likely come to mind.
This is Gunshot.
Depending on the wet season, it's a near vertical slide or a vertical drop-in, followed by a boggy trench, which often requires a recovery. Tracks change all the time, but up in the Cape, these changes are significant and would often require reshaping.
Last night I began digging Gunshot out a little bit, like a path to it, because you can't really get to it. Back on the tools, let's get back into it. This is the original Gunshot, and it's the only way down, unfortunately for us. The only other option is Gunshot number 2, I guess you would call it, or number 3. Some of them have trees growing in the middle of them. Others are just slip and slides that have no exit at all. So if we want to continue and complete the Telegraph Track as it is in one continuous line, this is what we're going to have to drive down. Right now I'm just shaving a little bit back because I have to create a little bit of a slope at least so that the rear of the vehicle is going to slide down and not just get hung up here. One of us needs to get down first in order to recover the other vehicle.
And because of this, Raf's not the happiest camper this morning.
I have done this track 3 times and I never done Gunshot. I just don't find that personally something that I would like to do. This time, I have no more options.
In reality, there are 3 options. Rafa really wants to go around. Option 1, the bypass track, the long way. But I didn't come all this way not to cross Gunshot Creek. Which brings me to option 2, Gunshot's twisted sister.
It looks less hectic.
First glance, it would definitely seem like the better option, as it doesn't have a 90-degree drop-off like the one we're looking at.
But number 2 is going to do more damage to your car.
That there's not the bad part. Bad part is there. That right over there is really deep. I can see mirror gouges and dragging all the way down.
That said, I haven't done number 1 yet, so I don't know what damage that's going to do.
Our last option, the original Gunshot.
All the exits, all the chicken tracks, everything is a Gunshot. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm not happy about it.
But I've been working down here for hours last night and this morning, and I'm confident that once I explain my idea to Rafa, it should settle his nerves.
Morning.
Morning.
But I'll give him the bad news first.
For what happened overnight, the rain has eroded this bit. So now the risk is the wheel will collapse into there, push us into there. So I'm going to wedge a log in here so that when the wheel comes down, it'll rest on the log so we can get down.
With all the digging I did last night, there was plenty of time to think about what could go wrong. For example, Rafa's Troopy has stuff hanging off the back.
I've also made a bit more of a slope for you, trying to get it so everything on the back of your car will slide with it.
But not only that, we're here alone. So we need to find a way down without pinning the nose of the quartermaster into the bottom, which would likely prevent us from doing a self-recovery.
Max Tracks here should hopefully just keep the nose up a bit.
And with Gunshot being more or less 90 degrees vertical this time, parking for a long period of time is not going to end well.
plan now.
So I'm going to throw some Max Tracks in the hole. If we stack 4 on each side, we'll be able to make a bit of a ramp. It is a bit risky because if one of them slips under or something, then I'm more likely to go into a side, but at the moment I have a chance of possibly going down and then out.
But if our plan doesn't quite work out,
I'm just measuring how much rope I actually have.
we need to prep the vehicles in case of a recovery.
Not good to assume how much you have because we need the accurate amount of meters.
And how much length did you need, Ronnie, about?
50. have to take this number plate off too.
Yeah, okay.
I'm nosing down, so I'll probably lose the plate. We're doing a number plate removal because that's going to get in the way of the winch. It'll likely also go missing.
And if it goes missing, it's likely to end up on this tree or maybe even a Bramwell Roadhouse. And if we do need to rely on a winch,
I'll be honest, this still hasn't quite sunk in what I'm about to do.
we need to make it as efficient as possible and of course safe.
We are heading down to our winch tree. It's also known as a number plate tree.
But Rafa makes a really good point.
It's better if you try to winch it straight, like don't be in an angle.
In order to have a straight line pull, there's not a lot of anchor options around.
We can do it here.
Otherwise, there's that tree there.
Yeah.
We could go there. I mean, if we get low enough, you shouldn't pull it. We've actually changed our mind which tree to use. This tree up here is in a direct line, a lot more direct than this other tree. We're putting it as low as possible so we don't risk pulling the tree out. The tree trunk protector cradles the tree a lot better. If you just throw a rope around it, you would do what's called ring barking, and that's not good for the tree. And when used correctly, it's also much safer. Gunshot and safe, not sure that's really part of the same sentence here. We're making it as safe as possible. You ready?
Yep.
I think we're prepared as much as we can.
Is that camera going to be in the way?
Nothing more we can do but trust the preparation.
I'm going to be dropping in on the right first.
Yeah. You're gonna drop here. You will be fine. It will be over quick. Don't stress out. We got your back. Come on, man.
Time to do gunshot. Mirrors. What about the mirrors?
Here we go. He's about to drop down the hole.
Okay, just drive it straight, slowly. Yeah, keep going that way. We're about to hit the first hole.
Are you going back now?
Yeah, turn to your left.
That's my right, Raf.
About to drop.
Oh shit.
Straight. Yeah, that way a little bit. Yeah, you're going good. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. You're pretty much halfway down.
I'm using my top window to look at you. Hello.
Oh my god. This is crazy.
Yeah, you're pretty much down now. Just drive to your driver's side. Yeah, go. Yeah, about to hit the mud trucks. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, keep going. Your rear wheels are about to drop now. Beautiful. Straight, straight, straight.
He made it through easy and didn't get stuck. That's so good. That's going to save us some hours because we are behind on time and we have a lot of ground to cover.
Didn't need the winch or anything.
Right, that's sick.
You did
That's
you
wicked.
did gunshot.
Didn't get stuck. What the hell?
No damage to the car.
Holy shit. That was epic. Just that it all worked like that. That's awesome.
Just 200 metres to go and a quartermaster will complete its biggest technical off-road challenge yet. Just when you think the hard part's done,
I need a winch now. Yeah, I'm gonna need to winch. I'm bogging down.
Yeah, okay.
to be honest, so far, the whole thing seemed a bit too easy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck. The entire right side has just turned to slop. So I'm actually resting on the bank as well now. I really want to be pulling that way.
But with a line set up for a straight pull out of the gunshot drop, might as well just give it a go first.
So we're shortening the extension rope so that I don't have to wind too much of this in. I might need to take the tracks back off the wall. I hope I don't, because they're really embedded now, so it's good for Rafa.
Without the recovery boards, that winch is going to be working hard pulling through this slop. And it's on a single line pull. Well, let's give it a crack.
Okay, I'm winching in. Okay, mate, yep.
Can someone check that tree?
It's still there. It is a bad spot to stand.
You're moving. Wheels to the passenger side. More. Yeah, you're going out.
Alright, this stinks.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, give the winch a break.
Copy.
What's the other side look like?
You have plenty of space, probably this.
Am I nearly there?
You probably have this amount of distance, like from there to here.
Alright, we'll go again. Just when you think you're out, you're not.
Turning to the left is getting me away from that wall.
Almost there, almost out.
Thankfully, this is working out a treat, which means at this stage we will not have to redirect the line.
Give it that break.
Copy.
Dragging the quartermaster through the mud, there's a lot of load on this winch.
Digging down there too now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to pull through this, hey?
Yeah.
There we go.
So what I'm doing is slowly rotating the wheels so it helps it, but don't want to go too hard,
You're moving, that's good.
because otherwise I'll sink that side in. Steady she goes, this is working. I feel like I'm coming up a bit. It helps having that tree that anchors the lines actually going up for me. Bit of wheel movement, starting to loosen up a bit. Okay, so I think we're out.
The drop in, done. Winching through 20 metres of mud, done. But I've still got 50 metres to go, and half of that is the creek.
How's it going, Raf?
Good, bro, having fun. Did you get that? Having fun?
Having fun, yeah.
Yeah. Can you cut now? This is shit. Nah, I'm joking.
I might be joking, but something about him today feels a little off.
Are you excited to put your car through?
No.
Well, I guess that explains it. But before he finds himself at the top of Gunshot, the oil tanker needs to cross.
Why did you stop? You were almost there.
I thought I was over.
It appears I need to apply my right foot a bit more.
I didn't realise how deep it was there.
Really don't want to be winching.
Am I belling out?
Let's try an old technique. Backwards, forwards, backwards again. This should work.
Man, that was hectic. That was so much fun. Okay, yep, Teletrack, you're awesome. I love it. Oh my god.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good effort.
I don't normally drive like that.
So do you see what the hype's about?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. Teletrack's bloody awesome. Yeah.
When you have to give it some berries, you have to give it some berries.
That could be in a t-shirt.
Is that the first Grenadier to go down Gunshot?
At least the quartermaster.
Regardless if it is or isn't, the next vehicle coming down Gunshot.
How do you reckon you're going to go?
will be Rafa's Land Cruiser.
Are you excited to put your car through?
No.
Do you think you're going to just V8 power out of there?
Yep.
Neither of us expect this to play out the same way.
Well, I know now that my size shouldn't touch the walls because my car is narrower than yours.
Manual transmission, shorter wheelbase, taller, narrower, leaf sprung, and plenty hanging off the back. Same obstacle, very different vehicle. It's either going to be smoother.
Do you reckon I've ploughed a good line for you now?
Yeah, you left big holes too.
or worse.
All right, I'm about to do gunshot. Let's see how that goes.
I'll get you to the edge first.
How you feeling, Raf?
I'm a bit nervous, not gonna lie.
Don't think out there, isn't it?
Come forward. Looking good, mate. You're on the tracks now.
Mira, can you pull it in? I'll keep an eye on the other mirror. Keep coming down.
Mate, looking good. Keep coming. Your back wheels aren't even starting to go down yet.
Ground. No, you cleared it. Little bit to the right.
Yep. Pretty much down.
Now just go forward a little bit.
That was good.
How'd that feel?
Good. It looks worse than it actually feels.
Yeah, it does. So from here, if you get to that murky puddle, that's the only bit with traction. Just watch the side here, so you might be able to go that way a little bit to your left. But once you're in that puddle, you can reset if you need to, or you can just keep going.
Someone's a bit hungry.
All right, Raf.
Right, wish me luck. Good luck, mate. You got the whole way clear.
That seemed like a hard hit. From a different perspective, you can really gauge how much it's sunk in.
Yeah, stuck.
Didn't get too far.
He might be really bogged, but at least he's enjoying himself.
For God's sake.
And it looks like I've got my work cut out in front of me,
It's getting impatient.
but I'm finding it hard to keep the energy levels up. And Raf, if you keep that up, you're creating more work. None of us have eaten since breakfast, but when you're doing a recovery,
Classic winch pull.
you're not going to stop for a sandwich, are you? You want to get the job done.
Now we have a connection.
One more thing.
Now I've got to lock his winch so he can pull in. At the moment it's on free spool.
Let's get this done.
Hold.
One last thing to do. Sorry, Raf.
Putting a bit of weight in the blanket, which is called a winch dampener. We'll just hold the line down. It's also a good marker so you know that there's a winching in action, because seeing a thin line like that from a distance can often be hard to see, especially if you've got a motorbike pelting through the forest.
We had 20 of those come through earlier this morning.
At least with that there's a good indicator that there is a line up.
Alrighty. You'll take tension.
Going by the last recovery, this should be straightforward.
Hit the wheel as that.
Uh-oh.
Hold Hold up. Stop.
That's not good.
Let out the winch.
Potentially damaging a snorkel out here on the Old Telegraph Track. Not good. We're gonna have to clear the snorkel. And I'm not sure this is gonna work. Taking a few steps back and lining up the vehicle to the wall, it seems like a losing battle. But I'm just gonna chip out enough so we can potentially move them off the wall.
I'm going to put the line on that tree over there. I want to pull you off this.
Yeah.
His snorkel, the ram head is starting to split, I can see. In order to avoid doing any more damage, pick the other tree, because then we're winching him away. It'll be a bit of a process.
Jacob, just tell him that we need to be a bit more quick because the car is sinking.
Is this car starting to sink? So I'll just move as quick as I can. I have to shorten this line too. Very unusual tree to hook onto. Yep. Okay. Winch. Yeah, it's working. That's good.
That's all we want. Take it easy. Let the winch do it. Yep. Just give it nice and steady with the winch. Just idle.
Keep the wheel that way.
Yep, okay, stop. But you're free. I'm going to unhook you now.
Well, I'm out. Now I have to pretty much send it.
It's all up to Rafa now. He will determine if we're done winching or not.
Alrighty, mate.
Send it.
Something like that.
Go. Yay!
Oh, he's eating bloody Doritos in the car. Well, it looks like we're out.
Well, we made it. We still have to do 3/3 of the track.
Oh, there's a croc in the water.